You don't you don't tell the white man that you're willing to go back and cut no underbrush. We already did that.
Hold on. Before we get into that, family, before we get into that, man, welcome back to the Campaign TV show. I am your host, Brother King Cam. Now, what I want everybody to do, if you're joining us from YouTube, I want you to hit that bell, stay notified each and every time we drop a video. All right? I want you to make sure you like and subscribe over there on YouTube, okay? If you on Facebook checking us out, what I want you to do is share this out on your page. Share this to a friend, tag 3 friends. Try to get as many people in here as possible, family. Yes, we going up tonight. We are going up tonight. We're going to be discussing the recent police murders in America. And I'm going to be talking to you from The Fall of America, the great book written by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as he's discussed America being under what is called the shadow of death, family. So I want you to get up and I want you to share. I want you to comment. You know the comments is live, so definitely let me know where you're checking in from, family. And we're going to go ahead and get everything started off with this track right here. It's called 400 Years. I'm going to let the minister and brother Ben open us up, all right?
You don't tell the white man that you're willing to go back and cut no underbrush. We already did that once. If we have to do it again, that's not progress. Hell no. Get out of the cities and the towns that we helped you build. Go and find some other state to move in. You move out, we move in. Now wait a minute. You say, oh, come on, Farrakhan, that's a factory. Well, damn, you better put it in your pipe then.
400 years we've been lacking reactive. Ain't no more lacking reactive. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping. Cause we know these niggas acting. They talk about guns, we know that they capping. We know they got it all rapping. 400 years we've been lacking reactive. Ain't no more lacking reactive. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping. Cause we know these niggas acting. They talk about guns, we know that they capping. We know they got it all rapping. The youth don't need a stun double. Introduce them to the real thing. Gotta tell them about the hidden hand. Real talk, that's the real bang. Introduce you to the white man. Think you made it, that's the real pain. Then I let you see a white snake and you can't see they the same thing. Get your bread, yeah, build your business. Hidden hand in the same lane. Keep a slaves in a small cell. Tell a young nigga bang bang. Shoot first, ask questions later. Two brothers in the same game. Fuck that like fuck crack. Big dog like a Great Dane. 400 years we've been lacking reactive.
Yeah. Ain't no more lacking reactive now, family. 400 years we've been lacking reactive now. You understand me? 400 years we've been lacking reactive. Now we up at it now. Now we active, family. What up? Pensacola, Florida in the building. Arizona in the building. What's going on, family? I appreciate y'all for checking in tonight. Again, my name is Brother King Cam. I'm your host on the Campaign TV show podcast. And, first I just want to start out by thanking all of you that came to join me tonight as we had this beautiful discussion. I know we've been trying to get live for the past week or two, but we just been doing a lot of work. And as you can see, we got some new equipment. So all praises due to Allah for allowing us to get this new equipment and to upgrade our situation to bring you all some more quality so that you can see that we are, making sure that we bring the best quality program and broadcast to the people. You understand? So Tallahassee, Florida in the building. What's going on, family? Tallahassee. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And also going to see if we can get the call-in show. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you see there's a call-in number, 404-955-8827. Don't call just yet. 404-955-8827 is the call-in number. And I'm going to see if we can get some call-ins as well. So I'm not going to be long. I'm going to give my perspective. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get some call-ins going so that we can hear from the people as well. So, let me cut that down. All right. So before I get into it, let's make sure that we liking, sharing, we getting this out to as many people as possible. So share this on your network, share this on your platform. Just because you're not doing a podcast or you're not, out and always doing something doesn't mean that you don't have a valuable platform that people are looking at and seeking guidance from. So it's definitely important that you get your people tapped in as well, because this may be something that they are looking for. So at the right time, as Sister Vicky said, at the right time, then the right person is gonna hear this information. So we just like to ask you to join in, making sure that you share, like, and comment to make sure that we get some engagement, family. So let me go ahead and do my thing real quick. And once I do that, we're gonna jump right into it because it's been a lot of stuff happening. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Um, we got the nationwide trial of Derek Chauvin happening right now. The police officer, the race soldier that murdered our brother George Floyd. We seen the video. We seen his knee on our brother's neck as our brother was already subdued with handcuffs. You understand? But at the same time, they decided that they wanted to, he thought it was okay to put his knee in the neck of our brother. So Derek Chauvin case going on nationwide. Then, as that is being rolled out and played out in the public eye, then what happens is that these race soldiers in the same state, not a different state, I think it was a different city. It's a different city, but same state, decide to take the life of another unarmed black man. And now the excuse is, well, I pulled out my taser to slow him down or to stop him from fleeing, and I thought my taser was my I thought my taser was my I thought my gun I thought the what they said was I pulled out my taser to slow him down. What she actually did was pull out her gun, shot him. And what she's saying is I thought I pulled out my taser. So now veteran police officers are getting tasers and guns confused. So it's always some type of excuse for why black life has to be senselessly chopped down. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about that, man. Listen, DMX, our brother DMX, just recently transitioned, man. That was heavy, So we dealing with a lot right now, family. And I want to let me pull up that beautiful article of the Final Call while I'm talking about that, so you can see what the latest edition looks like with our brother DMX on the front of it. I think you really gonna like that. So let me show you what that looks like, so we can see that. Boom. So as we pulling this stuff up, make sure you like, subscribe, click the bell, stay notified every time we drop a video, and hit that comment section and let me know where you tapping in from. I definitely want to know where the family is at. All right. So I just downloaded that cover for you real quick. So let me show you. I'm about to show y'all that cover of the Final Call real fast. All right, so this is the new cover of the Final Call newspaper right here with our brother DMX on it. Okay? So make sure that y'all go out and find the brothers and get you a copy of this DMX issue of the Final Call newspaper. You want to do that because this is legendary. We know our brother was a legendary brother in hip hop. You understand? Very, very spiritual, very deep brother, dealing with some stuff as we all do, but very spiritual brother. We lost him this week. So this is the cover of that Final Call newspaper. So make sure you go ahead and grab you a copy of that. Let me see. Oop, showed y'all the let me show it to you again. Y'all got a sneak peek of what's coming up too on that book drop. But here you go. So make sure y'all go grab that right here. Very spiritual brother. R.I.P. to our brother DMX. All right, family? All right. All right, so let's get into it. Stop the. All right, family. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first, what I want to do is go ahead and read the latest in the police shooting that took place in Chicago during the same time that we dealing with George Floyd case. Now it's another one that's happening. Dante Wright. So I want to go ahead and read this. Boom. So y'all see this? Ex-officer who they have released the police officer already. She's been fired or she quit, whichever one she did, from the police department. This is the article from the Washington Post, where she just had a brief appearance in court today via video, I believe. Ex-officer who killed Dante Wright appears in court as family says justice will remain elusive. All right. So let's go ahead and read that because I feel like it's important. Actually, before we read, let's hear what the mother has to say. This is the mother of Dante Wright who was murdered. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, family. Tap in. Y'all can't hear? Can nobody hear? Get in the chat and let me know. The sound gone. Okay, so y'all can't hear. All right, hold on. Let me do something. My bad. All right, let's try that again. All right, make sure y'all like and share this out, man. Let's share this out. Let's share this out. Let's share this out. No, y'all ain't going to bed this early. Y'all up watching stuff on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So stop playing and let's go ahead and share this out. Let's get these numbers up in here, family. All right, let me do that again. Maybe it's because I had cut my mic off. All right, let's try now.
All we ask for is to please just keep getting his name out there and please help us to go ahead and get something done, a conviction, something.
They shoot first and ask questions later. And then they come up with a way. I know this is extreme, but they come up with a way. They come up with a way to justify over and over again the killing of black people in America. Over and over and over again, they come up with a way to justify it. We're done accepting the justifications, America.
So there you have it.
Taking care of ourselves.
There you have it. What was said from the mother of Dante Wright, who was just murdered by police in the city of Minnesota. Same city now that George Floyd is in Minnesota. So it says, former Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis police officer Kimberly A. Porter made her first court appearance Thursday, one day after being charged with second-degree manslaughter for killing 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop Sunday. Potter appeared in a flannel shirt in the office of her attorney Earl Gray for the brief virtual hearing held via Zoom. She objected to having her first court appearance broadcast or photographed. Potter has not appeared in public since the fatal shooting, abruptly resigning from the police force. So she resigned. They didn't fire her. She resigned. Abruptly resigning from the police force on Tuesday. She was charged Wednesday and was briefly jailed before she was released on bond. Minnesota District Judge. Hold up. Minnesota District Judge Paul R. Scoggin reminded Potter that under the terms of her bail, she was not allowed to possess, use, or transport firearms, ammunition, or explosives, and the defense agreed she would appear in person for her next hearing in 1 month. During a news conference that ended just before Potter's hearing, Wright's family said the loss of their loved one makes justice elusive no matter what charge she faces. We can't get him back, so why should she get her life back? Nisha Wright, Dante's aunt, asked as the family gathered inside Minneapolis church where his funeral will be held next week. Katie Wright, Dante's mother, said even the best case scenario of a conviction will leave the family with an unbearable loss. I do want accountability at the highest level, but even then, when that happens, if that even happens, we're still going to bury our son. Katie Wright said, we're still not going to be able to see our baby boy. So when people say justice, I shake my head. Powerful words from the mother of Brother Dante Wright. Powerful words from the mother. So I want to read what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has said in The Fall of America that I thought was relevant to today in the events of today and what's happening. I'm reading The Fall of America, chapter 5, page 28, and it's called Under the Shadow of Death. We, the black lost found of our people here in America, live under the shadow of death by way of cowardly enemies. Every one of us, the cowardly enemy, seeks our deaths one way or another. The cowardly enemies will not fight you as a brave man would fight you if they think that you would fight back. They will steal on you when you least expect an attack from them. Whoa, Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was talking gangster, boy. He said they'll steal you. They'll steal on you, boy. He said it. Y'all know the language. We live under the shadow of death. We fled from the cowardly enemy devils of the South, seeking refuge in the same cowardly enemy's brother in the North. The enemy devils of the South followed us to the North to see that his brother of the North does not treat us any better than they did in the South. They seek police jobs so that they can beat and kill us who are trying to escape. They seek to kill us or get us killed at any price. They do not care about our loyalty to them. In their hearts, there is death for us, the black man in America. Today, they hold out promises to you only to deceive you. They know that Allah God is here offering to seat us in heaven at once. And since hell is their appointed place, they are trying to get us to go to hell with them on false promises. I have told you, believe it or let it alone. We live under the shadow of death. Huh? Yep, the officer resigned, Sister Kanetta. Yeah, defunding the police officer would be great. All praise is due to Allah. So listen, the fall of America, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we are living under the shadow of death, family. And as we can see now, if we can't see that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his words are bearing witness, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's words are being fulfilled today, then I would have to beg to say that you may be partially blind. if not totally blind, because everything that he said to us in chapter 5 is absolutely correct. So we have to wonder, why do we continue to want to live with a people or be with a people who don't want us around them? It's obvious that the dominant society is saying they don't want you around them. Because there has to be a problem with somebody. There has to be a problem with somebody when you can come into contact with them. And they use the same excuse that they feel threatened by you, and that justifies their killing of you. It's the same story. We're seeing the same story over and over and over again being played out. Same story being played out. Yeah, they came in contact with an unarmed black person. The unarmed black person either said something or did something that made the officer feel in fear for their life, and that was the justification that the police officer used to kill him. You could have been walking to the store. Around your neighborhood. You could have been walking around your community. You could have been in the playground playing. You could have been doing all these different things. You could be running away from the police. Even if you are engaged with them, you could be running away from the police and they still say that you are a threat to their life. And that's what allows them to justify the killing of black life. But what we don't understand, and what black people still have not gotten through their minds, is that you're not dealing with a human being. Oh, I'm going to say it again. You're not dealing with one who is a human being. They do not feel. They do not feel the importance of human life. Because if you did, you would not be able to repeat the same action that you keep doing. They shoot you in the back. They shoot you in the front. They shoot you while you're not looking. They beat you across the head. The same thing that they did to us on the slave plantations. Rape you, beat you, kill you. Why? Because they fear you. They fear retaliation from you for what they did. And they feel, as the minister said, that we would do to them as they have done to us. So they fear retaliation. So anytime there's somebody that stands up and speaks truth to power, that speaks out and calls out their treachery, calls out their hypocrisy, then they demonize that one leader. They demonize that person that's standing up. And they say that that person's a hate teacher. But we have to look at it now and say, hey, man, listen, Minister Farrakhan been standing up, and he been telling us this for a long time. He been telling us this for a long time about these people. And what tends to happen is we have not responded to the call. We have not responded to the call, as the minister has said that we have to do, as it says in the book of Revelations, come out of her, my people. Be not partakers of her sins. Book of Revelations. But we are too cowardly as a people to do that, to follow the instructions. You're too cowardly of a people. Because we've been led to believe that the only way that we can live is if we living with white folks. If we living with the dominant society. Why? Because they provide your food. They provide your shelter. They provide the clothes that go on your back. See, this is what the Democratic Party is teaching you to depend on. That's why they want to keep you in bed with them, so that you can keep applying for the food stamps. You can keep applying for the WIC, keep getting the housing vouchers. You can keep using all of their programs because it keeps you dependent. It keeps you dependent, family. And that's where they want you to be, because why? Slaves are dependent. Slaves are dependent. If they were independent, you would not be able to make them a slave. If they were not afraid, you would not be able to make them a slave. But the problem is, they told you in their watered down version of Christianity that you should obey your master. And what they did was they took the scriptures and they flipped the scriptures on you and used the scriptures against you and didn't allow you to read the scripture for yourself, where it's saying eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Now that's justice. If you take one of ours, we'll take one of yours. Now that's justice, but they didn't let you read that part. So they just kept taking one of ours and then telling you that the scripture said that you should turn the other cheek. Am I lying? Huh? That's what I'm saying. Talk to me. Talk to me. That's what they told us. Turn the other cheek. And we also have to be clear. We have to be clear on saying that the job of the police is to protect us, because that's not the job of the police. The job of the police is to protect and to serve. But to protect what and to serve who is the question. Because based on all the examples that we have, it's not to protect and save or serve the lives of the people in the community. That can't be in the job description. Absolutely not in the job description for them. Based on the example, on their resume, they can't be in the job description. So who are they protecting and serving? Police officers is the new KK. Absolutely. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad just told us in Fall of America, he said that the ones in the South followed us as we left the South and went to the North for industrial jobs. They followed us into the North. Come on, am I lying? They followed us into the North and they took jobs as police. They took jobs as 12. And they took the job as 12. Why? Because when you took the job as 12, now you acting in the same format, in the same capacity as the slave catchers did. The slave catchers was 12 before they had a car and a siren. They just had horses and dogs. That was the police back then. The slave catchers. So all they did was they packed up their stuff from the farm and said, listen, we going up here to the city. I'm going to work as a police officer and do what I do best. Chase niggas. Hunt niggas. That's what we going to do. That's what we going to do, family. So you dealing with a person, an individual that was created in the image and the likeness of you, but he's not really you. He's a grafted type. The minister said they are a grafted race. So they look like you, but they're not quite you. And why? It's because of the mindset. It's because of the mind and the thought that they are better. They are superior than you and I. That they act in a manner in which white supremacy is the order of the day. Talk to me. Yeah, the cop Chauvin pled the fifth. He won't even talk. No, he not gonna talk because he got a pat on the back from his boys at the police union and said, good job. Just like they did with Dylan Roof in South Carolina after he murdered all those people in the church. They took him in without a scratch and then took him to Burger King to have a burger. Why? Because he did some hard work. He did some heavy lifting that day. Killed 9 black people. He did a good work for his people. So they rewarded him by taking him to Burger King. You see the vibes. You see what time it is. So now we have to rationalize with ourselves and say, what has the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan been teaching us that could have saved us? See, the reason why we keep getting in the lurch and keep getting hemmed up is because we won't follow the divine guidance that the minister has given us. You understand? We ain't got no sound? Let me know. No, the sound's just straight. Okay, so look. We won't follow the divine guidance. In the back of the Final Call newspaper, it said that we got to separate into a state or territory of our own. A state and territory of our own. That's what we got to do. We can't continue to sit around here and allow the people to keep murdering us in the street. I don't know about you all, but I don't see how that's an intelligent way to live. I don't see how that's an intelligent way to live. So now we have to think about, okay, the minister said that we got to get 8 to 10 states from these people. So only one or two ways we gonna get it. We gonna get the 8 to 10 states by paying for it or by them giving it to us, but we know that they're not gonna give us justice. They won't give us justice in the courtroom. They're not gonna give us no justice in business because they never done that. They don't have the power to give justice now. So what we have to do is we have to start and pool our resources together, because America's a corporation that's for sale. And those who are in ownership of certain things are willing to sell it if the price is right. Did you know in Utah, the Mormon church owns Utah? They own it. The Mormon church owns Utah. The Mormons run it. That's their state. Did you know that the Utah Jazz, the professional basketball team, in the arena that they play basketball in, they have to pay a I don't know if it's a monthly price or they have to pay rent, but they have to pay some percentage towards the Mormon church for the use of that facility. Yes, the Mormons run Utah. And that's how it should be. Oh, you want to come and sell alcohol? You want to run beer commercials during the basketball games? Okay. Well, then you have to feature our non-alcoholic beverage. That has to be featured in the marketing, advertisement, and sales. You want to sell your alcohol? You have to make sure you feature our non-alcoholic beverage, because we don't subscribe to alcoholic beverages. See? And a matter of fact, I think they might not be able to sell the alcohol, period. I think the Mormon church only allows them to sell the non-alcoholic beverage. That's right, but that's impact though. $50 per month. Oh, the economic blueprint that Muhammad has is even sweeter than that. It's $8 for every wage earner, meaning everybody that has a job. If you pay $18 for the year, we'll have enough money to do what it is that we got to do. $18. If you got 3 people in your house that work a job, all they got to do is pay $18. That's $20. You spend that on the gram. You go spend that on the gram. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You go spend $20 on the gram real quick. You understand? So it's not about it being economically feasible. You have the ability to go get it. You have the ability to pay for it, but are you willing to pay for it? See, there's a difference. See, if you want those J's, if you really want those J's, you're going to make a way for it. You're going to make it happen. If you really want that new TV, you'll make it happen. If you really want that PS5, you'll make it happen. If you really want that new car, you'll make it happen. If you want to get that new house or that new apartment, you'll make it happen. So it's not that we don't have the money to get what it is that we want. It's that we don't want freedom bad enough as we say we do. You don't want liberation as bad as you say you do. See, it's easy to sit on the internet and talk about liberation. It's easy to clap online, but it's not easy to get your butt up off the couch and to go to the meeting. It's not easy for you to get up and say, I'm volunteering some hours for community service so that I can patrol and protect my community. I want to be a part of the 10,000 Phillies. I want to help this initiative. I want to help this initiative. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to get involved now. I don't want to spend my weekends at home binge watching TV. I want to get out in the community and I want to get active just for a few hours. Not saying that you have to sacrifice your whole Saturday, but maybe 4 hours out of Saturday. Come on down and let's help make our community a safe and decent place to live. But when it comes to being active, we got a problem with that. We got a problem with that, family. So listen to this. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we live under the shadow of death. We fled from the cowardly enemy devils in the south, seeking refuge in the same cowardly enemy's brother in the north. We thought after Civil War was over with and that the so-called Negroes was freed, that the white people in the north was somehow better than the white people in the south. Now, you had a few, like the John Browns and things of that nature that, exercised what he said he believed in. See, that's a difference between the good white folks and the other white folks. If you really about this liberation, if you really about this liberation struggle, then you going to get active. See, John Brown was active. It's cool that you talk all that talk by the cooler, by the water cooler at work. It's cool that you talk all that when you come over to the house and doing all that kind of stuff, but are you active? Are you at the protests? Are you writing your Congress person? Are you talking to your local government? Are you talking to the police chief? See, it's different ball game when you show up down there, because you know when white folks sue something, they got an attitude with something, stuff start moving. When white people want to sue you, oh, they know what to do. They know how to get their lawyer on the phone. They know how to make these calls. My daddy know this person. My uncle know this person. They know how to get stuff shaken. You understand? We don't have one person yet who has set up the fund for it. Yes, we have. The Nation of Islam has a capacity for the fund. But the problem is that all of the media has swayed the minds of the people where we don't know who to trust. So that's why we haven't sent no money. It's in the Final Call newspaper where you can send the money to. I'm trying to see if I got one. I got one right here. It tell you exactly where to send the money to. But see, y'all don't support the black-owned newspaper. Ah, see, caught you slipping now. Caught you slipping. Talking about ain't nobody ever set it up. Oh, it's set up. I'm about to show you right here where it's set up. I'm about to show you right here where it's set up. Because this is critical. I'm gonna give you all the information that you need to go ahead and send your bread in. Because see, we've been working on the liberation of our people. Been on this big time, family. So, oh, what happened to my? Uh-oh. Hold on. What happened to my camera? Oh, y'all can still hear me though, right? Y'all can still hear me? Okay, right here, boom. Muhammad's economic blueprint. There we go. I got it right now. I got it now. Let me see. Why is my camera? Hold on. Let me see what's happening with the camera. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, family. I don't know why the camera went out on your boy like that, but we back. So, Muhammad's economic blueprint, ending poverty and want. In the next show I do, I'm going to pull it up on the screen so you'll be able to see what I'm reading exactly. But food, clothing, housing, industry, jobs. We must have land. Donate now. www.economicblueprint.org. I'm going to say it again. www.economicblueprint.org. Donate now. Make check or money order payable to Muhammad's Economic Blueprint, 4855 South Woodlawn Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60615. That's Muhammad's Economic Blueprint, family. Oh, let me show you something. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me while the camera had went out. And where are the funds allocated for? We must unite. Oh, I just told you. Let me go back over it. They're allocated for food. They're allocated for clothing. They're allocated for housing, allocated for industry, and allocated for jobs. And in order for us to do this, we must have land. Okay? I'm back. So that's where you can send your money to. But look, check this out. We've all also used the money that we have. Yeah, Marcus Garvey taught back to Africa. Other people taught back to Africa, but the only issue with that is everybody ain't going to Africa. One, because they can't even leave some of their states in America. Number two, we are the original people of the planet Earth. Of the planet Earth. Not the original people of America, not the original people of Africa, not the original people of Asia or any other continent. We are the original people of the planet Earth. The original man is the Asiatic black man, maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. All of this is ours. So it don't matter where we decide that we're going to make a home. All of the planet is our home. All 196,940,000 square miles of it belongs to us. So we don't have to go back to Africa if that's what we don't want to do. Or some of us can't exactly do that right now. Some can go to Africa if they can get there because we got a spot over there too. And our brothers got land for us over there too. So those who want to go to Africa and get it cranked up over there, then do so because we need that. But that don't mean we giving the European America because America's ours too. America's ours too. So no, I don't have to get up and go nowhere. We staying right here if that's what we choose to do. And we're going to get this land that belongs to us here as well. Get the land in Africa. If that's where you going, then you go over there on that initiative. Make sure you check in with us. Let us know what's going on so we can communicate and we can establish international trade because we have to do that. We got brothers and sisters all around the world that's ready and willing to work with us if we get up and start to do something for ourselves because they're waiting on the American black man, the black man in America. Not the American black man. I misspoke. The black man in America, okay? They're waiting on us. Why? Because we have the best education. We done been to all the schools. We got all the degrees. We masters and bachelors of all the different sciences and all the different human endeavors over here in America. We got the best schooling. So because we have the best schooling, gives us and qualifies us for rulership. So now we have to unify so that we can now qualify, the education that we have for rulership. Come on now. So come on, if we like-minded, because the minister said we all ain't gonna be together. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm gonna give you some of this. Let me give you some of this real quick. Because this was the minister. This was the minister. Because this ain't no unity party for punks. Like he said, everybody ain't gonna be together, and we all ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna show you this. Let me show you this video, and then I'm gonna see if y'all can call in. So I can hear what y'all got to say about this. But I just want to let you know, as far as weak leadership is concerned, we're not going to have no weak leaders. You can't come among us talking about let's all get along. We're not listening to that no more. We ain't trying to hear none of that foolishness with our open enemy. We ain't trying to integrate. We ain't trying to make allies and alliances with all these people at this stage in the game. That's not what we doing. So you can just get away from us with all of that foolishness. Okay? This ain't the time or the place for that. So let me show you this real quick because the minister hit it right on the head. It's a day of separation. That's the day that we living in. So let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Y'all gonna like this. Oh yeah, y'all gonna like this. The minister broke it down right here. See? We all ain't gonna be together. What?
So all of you that fear the white man as a God beside Allah, get the hell over here.
See?
I'm willing to die for the righteousness and the freedom of black people. And I'm not no damn fool. Keep on your feet. This is a day of separation. Go ahead. Y'all not gonna be together.
We not.
Damn it, only those of us who are like-minded. Yes, sir. Who the hell want to be with a black man? Come on now. Who's in love with his enemy? Go ahead. And faking like he's with us. Go ahead.
Come on.
Hey, you. Hey, you. I'm with the Jesus. Go ahead. That said, think not that I come to bring peace. Nay, a sword. I come to put the son against the father, the daughter against the mother, the son-in-law against the daughter-in-law, the mother-in-law. And they of a man's own household will be his worst enemy. Two of you gonna be in the bed, and I'm gonna take one and leave one. Or you don't know who the hell you sleeping with. Two of you gonna be grinding at the mill. Come on. In the same work. But God is gonna call, and one of you gonna stand, and the other one gonna lay down. No. We all not gonna be together. This ain't no damn unity party with punks. This ain't no unity party with people who don't want the true liberation of black people. This ain't no unity party with betrayers and snitches and hypocrites and weak-minded, weak-blooded, spineless black people. This ain't that kind of party. So you take your raggedy ass on home. But those who want liberation,
That's right.
those who want to see black people really free at last. You walk away from these punctified Negroes unless you unite the like-minded of us, whether we are Christians or Muslims or nationalists or agnostics or socialists. If we are like-minded on reparations and on justice for our people, we are brothers indeed. But a black face ain't gonna make you no brother today.
Come on.
We tired of these black-faced, white-hearted niggas say that, masquerading as though you love your people. We see you. Now, if you think I'm just saying this in this kind of room, just watch me. In the halls of power, damn it, I ain't got but one life to live. Go ahead. And one life to give. And it must be for the liberation of all of our people. Watch me. In the halls of power, damn it, I ain't got but one life to live. Go ahead. Watch me. In the halls of power, damn it, I ain't got but one life to live. Go ahead. Watch me. In the halls of power, damn it, I ain't got but one life to live. Go ahead.
Oh,
Watch me.
That's it, brother minister. That's it, family. That's it. The minister made it plain. He made it plain right there. We all ain't gonna be together. So if you're not like-minded, if you're not trying to pool your resources together, if you're not trying to go ahead and go after these 6 to 8 to 10 states that we need to get so that we can go ahead and be free, then you just need to go ahead and stay home. That's what you need to do. You need to go ahead and stay home. That's all we saying. But don't be coming out here acting like you with us and you ain't really with us. See? We ain't free because we haven't we haven't done what we needed to do to be free. The European ain't stopping you from being free. You stopping you from being free. See? You stopping you from being free. Africa, what is it? Africa is building up and prospering in Europe. But I don't know. I don't know if I didn't make myself clear the first time. Everybody not going to Africa. It ain't a boat. Everybody ain't going to Africa. We are the original people of the planet Earth. We don't have just no one continent that's ours. So if you want to go to Africa, then you can go to Africa. That's fine. Because we have to establish international trade and commerce. I know I said this the first time. I'm going to say it again. We have to establish international trade and commerce. So some of us will be going to Africa. I'm in the some. I got my passport. I'm going to be going to Africa too. But we don't have to settle. See, and the public school system told you that we was in Africa and that's where we was at. No. That's the best part of the planet Earth, so we decided to make that our home. But we lived all over the planet Earth. In other parts of the planet Earth. So, while some of us are going to go to Africa, some of us are going to be here building up America because America's ours. It ain't theirs. They can push you out there to Africa. That means that this is theirs. And that means you don't know who you really are if you allow them to push you off your own land. Make no sense. Make no sense. Okay, so listen. The call-in number is at the bottom of the screen. 404-955-8827. Who would like to call in and share their opinion? Who would like to call in and share their opinion? Let's see if we can do this. This is going to be the first show we ever did the call-in on. 404-955-8827. The minister actually had put together a program where he asked that America release all of its prisoners that we had for nonviolent criminals, nonviolent offenders, and send them to Africa so we could put them to work. So that we could put them to work so they could start building up in Africa with the land over there. And you know what the United States government said? No. They wouldn't allow prisoners to come out of the prisons to go to another country. You ain't got to deal with them no more anyway. So I don't understand what the big problem is. But, you know, we do have plans. We definitely have plans. We got options. We got a lot of stuff that we could put on the table. We have a lot of stuff that we could put on the table. That's the importance of us being able to come together and have these conversations and these dialogues so that we could put all these ideas out and then we can go ahead and sort through and find out what's good, what's not, what's feasible, what's not, all of that stuff. Okay? That's why it's important that we come together. But we can't stay divided and then think that we're going to be able to come to one overall solution based on what one person thinks. That's not right. But listen, anybody that wants to call in, the number is 404-955-8827. The call-in number is 404-955-8827. Who would like to call in and give their opinion? Come on and call in and give me your opinion. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. No one has a plan, and this is coming from a 50-year-old Black American woman. Come on and call in. Let's stop chatting about it. Let's come on and let's have a conversation. The call-in number is 404-955-8827. Where is our ships? Ships for what? You talking about for international trade and commerce? You talking about ships for us to sail back and forth? If that's what you're talking about, where are our ships? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that question. Please clarify the question. Because if you're talking about where are our ships to be able to go back and forth, or for us to be able to engage in international trade and commerce, we don't have them. Okay, in case you haven't seen it, black people don't own nothing in America. We make it a house and a car. You know what I mean? We just got a couple businesses up under our belt. You talking about ships. You know what I mean? We don't have it. We got a lot of work to do. Yes, we need to be building our own ships. The same thing with the airlines. You know, we get all upset and protest the airlines and talk about how injustice, you know, how insensitive Delta is or United is or all these different airlines are to black people. Well, I mean, hell, build your own airplanes. You know how to do it. You went to school for it. You went to school for it, learn how to build your own airplanes, build your own airport. Did you know in the 1980s, Atlanta had a black-owned airport? In the 1980s, there was a brother who had his own airline in Atlanta. Own airplanes and everything. So it can be done. You can do it. The blueprint has already been laid out for you because there are airlines in existence, the ones we fly on today. New ones, Frontier, Spirit, they're coming into existence now. Who are building those airlines? How are they doing what they do? All you got to do is ask the questions, follow the trail, and you'll be able to find out what's going on. And then we could do it. That's what I'm saying. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. It just takes a little bit of effort and a whole lot of humility and a little bit of ego. A little bit of ego. So the calling number is 404-955-8827. 955-8827. That's the calling number. Who would like to call in and let's discuss what we've been talking about on the show? I'm going to read to you on the back of the Final Call newspaper. The program. This is the program, okay? What the Muslims believe. Point number 5, and what the Muslims believe, okay? We believe in the resurrection of the dead, not in physical resurrection, but in mental resurrection. We believe that the so-called Negroes are most in need of mental resurrection, therefore, they will be resurrected first. Furthermore, we believe we are the people of God's choice, as it has been written that God would choose the rejected and the despised. We can find no other persons fitting this description in these last days other than the so-called Negroes in America. We believe in the resurrection of the righteous. That's point number 5. So all my Christian brothers and sisters who still believe people getting out of the earth and people rising up from the dead of physical death, that's all fairy tales. Did you know that Scooby-Doo debunked that a long time ago? Every time they try to pull one of those stunts on Scooby-Doo and the team and Shaggy and them, they uncovered it and found out it was somebody behind it. That's because ain't nobody really coming out the ground. That's a lie. It's a mental resurrection, not a physical resurrection. Okay, point number 6, and what the Muslims believe. We believe in the judgment. Okay, we believe this first judgment will take place as God revealed in America. Okay? Now, I'm gonna get to the nitty-gritty now on what the Muslims want, okay? What the Muslims want. It's a good question. How many prophets shall they kill? Okay? Point number 4. Critical. I want you to listen. Critical. We want, hold up, let me back up. The Muslim program. What the Muslims want. Point number 4 says, we want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land and that the area must be fertile and minerally rich. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. Check this out. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own. There you have it. Not only do we want our separate state and territory of our own, but we gave you the reason why we want the state and separate territory of our own. Because after 400 years of blood, sweat that we have given to America in exchange for the worst treatment that human beings have ever faced, we have determined that we are justified in our demand for complete separation into a state and territory of our own. We didn't inflict slavery on ourselves. We didn't do that. We didn't take ourselves from one part of the world and bring us to another part of the world in the hulls of ships. As Brother Malcolm said, we didn't come here on the Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria. Plymouth Rock, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. It was people here when Columbus got here. There was people here when the European got here. They conquered the people that were here because that's what they do in their 6,000-year history, is still kill and destroy the original and native people in their lands. So we are justified in our demand for a complete separation from them because they have been found to be disagreeable. And because they have been found that way, we have to now separate ourselves so that we cannot continue to be contaminated by their mindset. Because everything that you see today is in their mind. This whole world has come out of their mind. So the wickedness that you see on the television, that's their mind. All the liquor stores and the sexually perverted stores that you see in the streets, that's their mind. The society that you see dealing with mental health, starvation, lack of economic prosperity, that's their mind. This is their world. It's their world. So because we've been in their world for 400 years, some of that mindset has rubbed off on us, so we have become like them. Talk to me. We've become like them. Devil is one who is rebellious to God. In his nature, he is rebellious to God, so he is the devil, but now we've become that same devil because we have now taken on that same rebellion to the God. Living in his world for 400 years. So this is why the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we have to separate from them. This is how you start to correct and start to treat the mental illness of the black man. You just have to separate them from the situation. It's the same thing with a battered woman, or a woman that's in an abusive relationship. The way that she heals, the first thing she has to do is get out of that relationship. She can't continue to stay there with the abusive man and think she's going to therapy and think that's going to change anything. Why? Because her environment is not going to allow her to change. It's called an environment. Huh? The environment, circumstances are not going to allow her to change. So she has to change her environment in order for her to then begin to change the way that she thinks. It's the same thing here. We are in an abusive relationship with white America. We in an abusive relationship with white America. And we are that battered woman who refuses to leave. We just keep getting slapped upside the head, getting our teeth knocked out, getting beat up, bruised up, and keep acting as if there's nothing wrong. Oh, they didn't mean to do it. Oh, that one person was just, he wasn't having a good day today. Or, that's just him. They're not all like that. That's every time they knock you upside your head. Every time they beat you down in the street. Every time they shoot and kill you. Oh, well, it's not all police is not like that. Well, we know that. We know all police not like that. But we're talking about the ones who run the police. We talking about the police unions. I don't see no black man sitting on the board of no police unions. So when we talking about the mindset of these race soldiers, we're not talking about our brothers who happen to be on the force. We talking about the wickedness in high places that sit on the boards and sit in positions of power on these different communities and these different organizations. See, the Fraternal Order of Police, that's power right there. The police union, that's power right there. So if you ain't sitting on the board of one of those two, we ain't talking about you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about those who sit on those positions of power. See? So that's what I'm talking about. The call-in number is 404-955-8827. Would anybody like to call in? Would anybody like to call in? 404-955-8827. We are talking about the recent police shootings because what we saw with our brother George Floyd over the summertime was, again, the blatant disrespect of human life, particularly black life. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had a press conference. He had a press conference in the late 80s and told the president of the United States at that time that he was revealed by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad the plan and the plot against black youth. This has been over 30 years ago. The minister is so wise. We just haven't been listening, family. We just haven't been listening. The minister been warning us and warning us. That's why he went on a Stop the Killing tour for us, because he said, listen, you have been made into that which has become a menace to your society. That's what the movie was about. Menace 2. So the minister already said, if you are menace 2, then who is menace 1? If you're menace 2, then somebody has to be menace 1. If you're a junior, that means somebody has to be a senior. So if you run around your community being a terror, who made you that way? You didn't make yourself. You didn't make yourself that way. So the minister went on a Stop the Killing tour. Why? Because he had to tell us, listen, you got to clean yourself up. Because now when the enemy see you killing yourself, that's justification for him to come in here and kill you. And that's the same excuse that they use today. Well, it's so much black on black crime. They killing one another. Why are you having so much why are you so angry about what's going on with the police now? The police don't kill black people, a lot. A lot of black people kill a lot of black people. And they absolutely true about that. They absolutely true about that. So let's not act like they're not speaking facts. But the thing about it is they use that to deflect from what they did. See, white people are the professional deflectors. Anytime you bring up something that they did, when you talk about slavery, which is the original sin of America that they have never atoned for, white people start to deflect. They start to say, well, we wasn't the only ones that had slaves. Let's talk about the transatlantic slave trade and the Black Holocaust. Well, we wasn't the only one that had slaves. Arabs had slaves. Let's not act. I had great-great-grandparents that was enslaved as well. So you can't just talk about black people were the only people enslaved. They professional deflectors. So that's their go-to move when you start to bring up on them. They're going to deflect to somebody. They're going to deflect to the Jews. They're going to deflect to, how the Arabs had people enslaved. They're going to talk about this person had somebody enslaved and how the Irish was enslaved in this part of the time. All this other stuff. They're not going to address or be accountable for their role predominantly in the transatlantic slave trade that took those of our forefathers from the shores of West Africa, lied to them with the help of our brothers over there, and brought us over here in the hulls of ships and created generational trauma that has, along with the system of white supremacy, that has created what you still see in the black community for most part today. Okay? That's a fact. And they don't ever want to take accountability for it. Ever. And it seems as if they don't understand how these generational traumas have affected us today because no, we wasn't born in slavery. So they try to get over on you with that one. Oh, well, was you born in slavery? No, I wasn't born in slavery. But it's a generational mindset of oppression and a system of white supremacy that must be destroyed. Because we can have all these conversations at the cookout. We can have all these conversations at Sunday dinner. But until you get into the mindset of doing for self, until you get into the mindset of saying, listen, we gotta clean ourselves up. We gotta make our own communities a safe and decent place to live. Then we're not gonna see any change affected among our people. And it's a constant thing. This ain't no weekend thing. See, you can't just do it on the weekend. We have been so heavily damaged. We have been completely destroyed. This is why God has chosen us as his people, because he said he would choose the rejected and despised. Well, there's nobody fitting our description that's more rejected and despised than the black man in America. I'm going to just say it straight like that. Black men, black women in America, most despised, most rejected. Because at least the Native American still has some of his language, still knows some of his customs, still dresses in the manner that they are culturally adapted to. You understand me? They still do a lot of their ritualistic things on the reservations, all of that good stuff. The Mexicans, they still have some of their culture, some of their language. They can speak Spanish. They can talk in their language. Black people, the only people that don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. Nothing. You speak English. That's not your first language. You got a last name, green, black, fish, moose, all of that, blackburn, fishburn, all of that foolishness. That's not your last name. That's their last name. You go to their church with their God. The Jesus is white now. They done re-rocked the scriptures on you. Got you thinking it's some mystery God. Got you thinking you got to die to go to heaven. Got you sitting up there talking about they your brothers. Doing all this foolishness. Turning the other cheek. All this foolishness that Jesus never taught about. Never called himself a Christian. That you ain't got your own religion. You don't got your own God. You don't have your own language. You don't have your own culture. They done made everything Eurocentric. Everything. All of the clothes that you wear are made by a white designer. And he's homosexual on top of that. So not only is he making clothes that fit for women, but he also making them fit for women on men. Got you looking any kind of way. Got you out here dressing any kind of way. Got to cut up so that all your cleavage is showing and all your curves is showing and all this other stuff. Then you get mad when the brothers keep turning their head and looking at everything. Well, it's natural that a brother's going to look at a fine woman. That's why you're supposed to cover up. That's a conversation for another day. But this is the world that you in. This is the world that you in. This is his mind. See? So I'm trying to paint a picture for you and tell you so you can stop being deceived. The scripture said that Satan deceived the whole world. But then there was one that was going to come that's going to expose the Satan. In 2 Thessalonians, it says that day shall not come until the man of sin be revealed or the man of perdition be revealed. So the one that's coming, he has to expose the man of perdition. The man of sin, not the spook, not the spirit, not some devil under the ground with a pitchfork and a tail. We're talking about a real live human being, man that has to be revealed now, that deceived the whole world. So if you've been over here for 400 years, you've been deceived because you have not understood who you've been hanging with. You've been in bed with one who has been planning and plotting your murder. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? That's what I'm saying. The minister told us the way that they made sure that they owned you was they named you. Everything that they own, they named it. That's why white people today, you tell them your name, they get it wrong. They don't care how wrong they get it, because they want to give you a name that they got in mind anyway. Why? Because that's how they name their niggas. They have a certain level of audacity that they move with. So they name you whatever it is that they want to name you. Why? Because they used to doing that. It's in their nature. So you can't get upset. You just have to understand the mindset. Then you have to correct it immediately. That's not my name. Oh, no, there ain't no laughing. That's not my name. This is my name. Address me properly. See, you got to be unafraid to be firm. That's not disrespectful. Not disrespecting them. But if you call them out there, then they're going to correct you with a quickness. See the difference? You understand what I'm saying? But why? That's our nature. We, in our nature, because of 400 years of slavery, automatically, especially in their presence, we demean ourselves. So if we say something wrong to them, we get real low. We get real meek. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mister. I didn't mean it, boss. Nah, we ain't doing that today. We ain't doing that today. Sometimes I wonder if you men will stop fighting and realize you're already free. One day I pray you wake up like, yeah, so we ain't doing that today. So look, the call-in line is still open, 404-955-8827. All praises due to Allah. If you want to call in, if you want to give some commentary, give your opinion on what's been going on, understand that we got to get up out of here because it is the shadow of death that we are up under. Yeah, no ships, no shops, no nothing. We got plenty of work to do. Plenty of work. Plenty of work to do. All the energy we spend marching and protesting, we could be building ships. We could be building planes. We could be building shops. We could be building up everything that it is that we need for us to be successful. See? But we're not taking the right attitude towards it, so it's messing us up. So if nobody's going to call in, that's fine. I understand y'all might be shy. You might be shy and you're like, I don't want to call in. But it's cool because we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. So somebody one day is going to call in and we're going to be able to chop it up. So it's all good. So if you like to donate, family, we go ahead and close it on out. Close on down. The donation button is at the bottom. It's scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Please like, share, comment. Please get this out to as many people as possible. If you're joining us over from YouTube, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay notified each and every time we drop a video. Hit that bell, family. Hit that bell, hit that bell, hit that bell. Do I got a bell sound? Nope. Don't got a bell sign, bro. Do not got a bell sign. Got a laughing sign. And we got some applause. Try to give myself applause for a beautiful, beautiful show. Do y'all get any value from this today? Let me know in the comment section. Was it anything that you learned? Was it anything that you was able to pick up that you can give back, take back to the family from this conversation? Let me know. You can donate at the bottom of the screen via Cash App, $ Campaign TV Show, or via PayPal. The information is at the bottom of the screen. Information is at the bottom of the screen. Give yourself a round of applause, family, for lighting up the comment section, tuning in tonight, being engaged, and give yourself a round of applause for that. All praise is due to Allah. So I just wanted to make sure that we gave ourselves that round of applause for being in the building tonight, because teamwork make the dream work. And again, we're going to be having that call-in number every time we do a show, most parts, so that you'll be able to call in, give your commentary, so we can get more engaging, so that we can get more interactive with everybody that's in. So again, you can donate at the bottom of the screen. Cash App, $ Campaign TV Show, PayPal. If you don't have Cash App, that's fine. We definitely do PayPal as well. The new book is on the way. The new book is on the way. It's available for pre-order. It's called The Enemy is the Inner Me. Let me pull up the website for you, and I'll put it in the chat. Matter of fact, actually, I'm not going to put it in the chat. Matter of fact, because because y'all was on the podcast, y'all getting a sneak peek of it. But it actually does not go active until tomorrow. So it's not active at this point. Okay, so make sure you can tap in. Let me show y'all. Boom, boom, boom. But the book is here. So this right here, family, is the website for you to go ahead and cop that. The Enemy is the Enemy, 4 Ways to Stop Self-Destructive Behavior is my new book. And I want you to go ahead and grab that. You can pre-order it now for $19.99, family. This is the website. Pre-order this bad boy. The Enemy is the Enemy, 4 Ways to Stop Self-Destructive Behavior. And it's dealing with self-improvement and ways that we can better ourselves so that we can move to the next level of growth and development and level up. You understand me? So make sure that you go ahead and tap in for this as well. Before you go, I think that many people what? So if you want to go ahead and get this book, the book is available for pre-order, $19.99. The link will be going live tomorrow. $19.99. The link will be going live tomorrow. So stay tuned in. I'll be dropping that on the page. It's going to be in my stories. It's going to be on Instagram. So you're going to be able to cop that link and you can go ahead and pre-order your book so you can have that already in the cut so you'll be good to go. That many people understand what you are saying. I think that religion separates some African descendants. Well, we can talk about religion when we free. That's my whole thing. I don't mind sitting down and discussing the various ideologies that we have. And we could have a fireside chat about that, but let's have that after we free. The problem is we have it in the middle of the liberation struggle. We trying to get free. We don't have time for that. It's really wasting time. Thank you, Sister Giselle. We certainly appreciate your donation, sister. Thank you for that. And may Allah bless you 1,000-fold for your gift that you have given us tonight. So if you would like to support me, get this book right here. The Enemy is my first book. So go ahead and support your brother. It's now in the author section. We got author tied to the resume as well. So this is just, the beginning of things to come, family. So go ahead and cop that. Pre-order your copy today, $19.99. The Enemy is the enemy.com. The Enemy is the enemy.com. I'm going to say it one more time. The Enemy is the enemy.com. Go ahead and grab that for you, okay? If it's not for you, grab it for a friend. Grab it for somebody else that you might know who might need it. All right, family? So we're going to go ahead and close out. And I'm going to leave you in the greeting words of peace, as we say it in the Arabic language. And for all the believers that are in here, Ramadan Mubarak, which means blessed Ramadan. For all of us who are going through our struggle as we are fasting throughout the day, no water, nothing to drink, no food throughout the daylight hours. May Allah continue to strengthen us as we work to build our spiritual armor, build ourselves up mentally, and build ourselves up physically as well. So may Allah continue to bless you. We all serve the same God, regardless of the way we practice. God about salvation, not religion. That's it, sister. That's it, Sister Giselle. No more unity. Let's go ahead and tear down the walls of separation. I don't want to sit up here and talk about anything that's separating us, the different ideologies and all of that kind of stuff. Again, we can have a campfire and discuss that once we free. But let's work on this liberation struggle. Let's agree on the enemy. Let's agree on the solutions. Let's agree on the fact that we need land. Let's agree on the fact that we need to build our own infrastructure, our businesses and things of that nature. Let's agree on that and let's get to work on it. And then once we establish that, then we can sit down and talk about religion. Okay? Because in Wakanda, everybody wasn't from the same tribe. That's my favorite parable. That's my favorite comparison. Wakanda did not have everybody from the same tribe. There were multiple tribes that lived in Wakanda, and that was under the king of Wakanda. There was one king, and he governed, and they had many representatives from the other nations who also chimed in on decisions that were made of the kingdom. That's Wakanda. Everybody wasn't from the same tribe. They had multiple tribes there. It's the exact same thing with black people. Everybody not from the same tribe. Israelite brothers will tell you it's 12 tribes. So everybody not from the same one. But we still one big family. And we have to come together and act like it. And the book link is called The Enemy is the Enemy. I'm going to type it in the chat for you. So you can go ahead and pre-order. you can go ahead and pre-order that for $20. So I appreciate your family. And inshallah, we'll see you next time on the next Campaign TV show. But I certainly appreciate it. We're going to go ahead out on the minister and my brother Dez, or it's Dez, Splacho Desi, latest record called Black Massa. All right, so check this out, family. Peace.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
That was the wrong button. Now let's take us on out. Stop the cap, King Cam. Stop the cap.
I was brought up in, quote, Bedford-Stuyvesant in my town. But I would like to say what scares us is I think we hear violence.
What you fear, and it's a deep guilt thing. White folks suffer. You are afraid that if we ever come to power, we will do to you and your fathers what you and your people have done to us.
Scary, ain't it? We remember all that you didn't teach. We remember all that you didn't teach. We remember all.
Oh. Before I go, family. Wait a minute. Next Tuesday, we will have a special guest. Tamika Mallory is going to be on the Campaign TV show. You are the first to hear it. You're the first to hear it. I haven't even made the flyer yet, but our sister Tamika Mallory will be on the Campaign TV show. We just confirmed it today. So you don't want to miss next Tuesday. All right? Said it's not opening. Don't do www. Just do the enemy is the enemy. Don't do www. See if it worked without www, sis. Next Tuesday, Tamika Mallory will be on the Campaign TV show. Okay? It's not working for you neither, Rama? Or I tried to just touch it. Did you put the www in the front? Don't put www. Just type it straight in. Okay, still ain't work. Okay. All right, so I'm y'all shoot me y'all DM, send me a message on DM on Messenger, and I'm gonna go ahead and see what's wrong with it and try to go ahead and get it straight. No, it uses HTTP. Yeah, don't use www. Just type in the enemy is the enemy.com. It should come up because it was working for some people earlier. So that's why I don't see what's going on. If you go to your search bar and you just type it in, because look, I'm going to show y'all. Let me share my screen real quick. Look. Search bar. See? The enemy is the enemy. I didn't put www in the front. Boom. Boom. There you go. There you go. So yeah, it should work. Got it. Okay. Thank you, Sister Rama. All right, family. So we up out of here. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum.